up, nerds? Welcome to another episode of the Boss Battle Show, your favorite show where we break down all the latest and greatest happenings in gaming and geek. I'm your motherfucking host, Adam Ronan. It's time to get weird because we're getting into a special episode today, folks. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump into the things that we always start this show with, and that is the Weekend Geek. Alright guys, first topic, the first one, the one that's probably going to get you the most excited. Your loins are going to quiver because following hot on the fucking heels of Link Heihachi, Spawn, Darth Vader, and Yoda from Soul Calibur guest character introductions in the old games, we've got Geralt of Rivia from the Witcher series that is coming to Soul Calibur 6 when that launches later 2018. That's coming out on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Let's talk about this a little bit because I think a lot of people assumed this was going to happen. I haven't been following the community a whole lot on this. I'm pretty excited about the game, but I'm not like jazzed about it. Like, I've enjoyed Soul Calibur and I'll play it and I'm going to enjoy it, but I've never been like a Soul Calibur. The one thing that I always remember from older games is the guest characters. I remember like when Darth Vader and Yoda came out on PlayStation and Xbox exclusively for one of the later Soul Calibur games. That was super cool. And then like when Link was on GameCube and then Spawn was on Xbox and stuff, all these guest characters were like really, in my opinion, like the first introduction that we had to guest characters in fighting games that were like big budget IPs that are crossing over into sagas. So it was obviously no surprise we knew that this was going to happen with Soul Calibur, but it was just a matter of who was it going to be. And well, with the introduction of Geralt of Rivia coming in, I think that's pretty cool because I love the Witcher series. It kind of just opens up the floodgates of what's next. How many characters are there going to be? Because right now, guest characters are the big seller for fighting games. That's really where a lot of the moneymaker comes in. If you look at like NetherRealm games, they go fucking crazy with guest characters. Almost a bit much if you ask me. So I think that we're probably going to see a whole lot more for Soul Calibur 6 coming. Let's kind of discuss this together, you and I. Let me know in the comments below what you are thinking about Geralt coming in, and I kind of want to talk about what characters would you enjoy to see for guest characters in Soul Calibur 6. And kind of in discussing here in the office with Gordy and myself, we thought it would be really cool if we could see Cloud from Final Fantasy VII make an appearance, though I don't know if that will happen since he was already a guest character in Super Smash Bros. But the possibility is there since, you know, we've got Noctis coming for Tekken 7, so there's already the notion of Final Fantasy characters that are crossing over into fighting games. Plus, it would be really cool to see Gantz from Berserk and other characters from animes that are crossing over to make it a little bit more of a mainstream thing. It'd be really cool maybe to see like an Attack on Titan character in there with their swords and stuff. There's a lot of interesting possibilities that I would be kind of excited about. But enough about me, let's talk about you. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see coming in Soul Calibur 6 as a guest character. Next topic! It is no secret here, because we've talked about it to death. We've taken the EA up on a pedestal, and then we knocked him down. We just gotta jump down there, and we're like, with our lightsaber, and we just stabbed him, gutting him, and we cut off their arms. We're like, fuck you, EA! Your loot box is messing up Battlefront 2. It was a huge thing. There was a bunch of legislations that came out in Hawaii and all over the places. People are freaking out about loot boxes. So then the question remained, what is Battlefront 2 and what is EA going to do with further updates to implement some changes for progression systems and the loot boxes? And boy, did they surprise everybody this last week with some announcements to their progression system. EA and DICE are going to release an update for Battlefront 2 on Xbox, PlayStation 4, and other places you could probably play, like PC or whatever, that is going to eliminate anything that could be gameplay changing in their crate loot box system out of it. They're taking it all out of it. From going forward, all star cards and gameplay modification type of add-ons that you can do will be earned in-game through progression, leveling up and stuff like that, and purchasable with their in-game currency. No longer will you be able to purchase loot crates with real-world money, which they took that out a ways back, but they always were kind of ominous about it. They were like, we're going to bring back in-game purchases. Well, they're like, they did not stick to their word on that, and they are not bringing that back. Now you'll be able to unlock the loot boxes and the crates via just in-game currency and leveling up, daily rewards and stuff like that. just the way that loot boxes should be. And inside of these loot boxes are going to be purely cosmetic items, just like the way loot crates should be functioning, just like in Overwatch and stuff like that. So every time you level up, you'll get a crate. Every time you complete challenges and stuff, you'll get a crate. And in these crates will be cosmetic items. Because also later in the year, in April or so, they're going to be releasing a complete cosmetic system where you can unlock things to customize the look of your characters and fighters. So now, basically, here we are several months later, and we're finally getting the Battlefront game that we should have got on release. I kind of am like a better late than never in type situation, because I've always said that Battlefront 2 was a really good game that was marred by greed and pay to win and the loot box controversy that kicked off a ton of stuff around the whole world. So I'm very excited to see where they go with this. And actually, I've taken a break from the game because I think it's a good game, but I got bored with it and I really just got sick of grinding for shit, and it was just fucked up my experience. Once these updates release, I'm gonna jump back into the game and play the Battlefront that I've been wanting to play for years now. And once these cosmetic things come out later in the year, I'm actually really excited to see what they do with the game, because they've also toted that they're going to be releasing some new modes that are like radically different than anything you've ever seen before. So that probably says to me, given current trends, we're about to see a Star Wars Battle Royale mode dropping in Battlefront 2. Mark my words, and I'm actually pretty excited about that. I think that would be really cool if it was like a bounty hunter type situation. I don't know, it'd be super cool. But again, let's open it up in the comments. What do you think about this new change to Battlefront 2? Will you now jump on board? Will you get back into it? What do you think about it? And let's discuss. But now I want to pave the way to a special segment that we're doing right now. And we're gonna leave the set, actually, honestly, but we're going to pay tribute to one of our childhood memories. Toys R Us, as you know, is now going kaput. All stores are closing their doors for good, and we thought, well, let's take a minute and just click on over to some blog style stuff, talk about some memories, go check out our local Toys R Us, see what kind of deals are happening, see if there's any kind of signs of closure and what we can do, and maybe just close out some memories, possibly for the last time. So join us for like a little vlog segment, like an in memoriam type of thing for Toys R Us. That is peace now. I'm gonna leave this set because we're going out of town! We're taking a trip.
What do you see?
I see something I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
People know Toys R Us is going out of business. There's a dickload of people here.
Dickload.
Look at this. Where will a kid be able to find a Marcellus Wallace figure anywhere else other than Toys R Us? Like, let me ask you this. Does he look like a bitch?
No.
You'll get caught in the crossfire.
Oh my god. No way!
Alright guys, thanks for joining us for that little interesting segment that we were trying out for this. That's a condensed version. We're going to release a full vlog version of that on our sister channel called Neon Ronin, which you can find a link in the description below if you have not subbed to it yet. It's where we do like vlogs, short films, podcasts, all our creative stuff's over there. So go ahead and check that out, because later in the week we'll be dropping the full vlog version of our trip to Toys R Us. And if you like all this kind of stuff, if you're new to the channel, please hit that sub button. We would love your company, because this is a great community and we love you. And don't forget to check out patreon.com/R24 for your own avatar and get crazy on the R24 metagame. But what is that? I don't know. You have to go to patreon.com/R24 to find out. Guys, Adam Ronin out, but not without a few wise words from our producer Gordy. Crossfire!
You've been caught up in the
Crossfire!
crossfire!
Crossfire!